What it do, you too. Today's video, I want to talk about using your past tragic or traumatizing events. No, let me say that again. Using your past and using traumatizing events as fuel, right? And I gotta shout out RFG for inspiring this topic. I was thinking about it, but I was watching his Pluto and Scorpio video and that shit was deep. So shout out to RFG, man. Now, real talk is because like I was already gonna do something on like a topic similar to that, but that video just sparked something in me because I'm like, hold on, yeah, like I've been doing that. Like that's why like it's deep. Like if you use like a lot of people understand what I'm saying, a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. And when I say understand, that means that we understand each other. Like basically using the word, you understand me on the same, like we understand each other on the same level. But understand is higher than understanding, because when you understand, listen to the words, when you understand, that means you're under Satan. Real shit, real shit. That means you're under Satan, right? So when you understand, that means you come face to face with Satan. Then when you overstand, that means you stand on top of Satan. You get it? So when you start to understand, that means you understand people. Not saying that they Satan, but I'm saying like you understand people. Y'all come face to face, you're on the same level. Then when you overstand, y'all understand each other, meaning that y'all way past the average level. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I don't say I understand like that. You know what I'm saying? Now it might slip out of something if I'm talking to somebody that's like on the lower level or something. You know, you got to use words that people understand, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? Or understand, whatever. Anyway, back to the topic. So, like, I was just thinking about it. Like, I've been using like past events and traumatizing events and things that I went through as fuel to do what I do. I've been doing that, right? That's why I shouted out RFG in the beginning of this video. Because like he basically just like he knows. You see what I'm saying? For him to say that to me, he knows. That's why I'm shouting him out, you know? Because that topic from his video about using your past events as fuel, that shit inspired this video. You know, and I'm thinking about it like that shit is true, because I've been using like my past events as fuel, right? And I know it's real because I look at the world differently, so to speak. So like this, for example, like I look at people, like you could tell like some people, not some, a lot of people, not all people, but a certain percentage of people, you could tell like they past has messed them up. It has traumatized them. It has messed them up, and you know it has led them to drugs. I mean drugs. I mean like real like drug use. It led them to prostitution. It led them to, you know, being so-called evil, like doing, like, so to speak, bad stuff or whatever you want to say. Like, I'm just giving you examples, right? And you can tell, like, they got messed up from they past. Not saying that I'm not saying that people who have, I'm not saying that people who have suffered traumatic events, because I have suffered traumatic events myself. Everybody has suffered traumatic events, right? And the whole thing about it is some people get destroyed by those traumatic events. Some people overcome those traumatic events and use it as fuel, you know, get to the next level. Like they went through it, it hurts, but they got over it. They were strong. Like you got the weak, you got the strong. It's just the cycle of life, you know, it's just the food chain. And that doesn't mean you go out there and do no fucking dumb shit. But I'm just saying, like, for example, You think about it, like Mother Nature. So people like, I'm gonna break this shit down for you. People always talking about, I'm an atheist, I'm this, I don't believe in this, I can't see this. You can't see God, so how can you believe it? I'm just using that word, right? I'm just using that word, right? God, I'm just using that word, right? Because that's not really what the name of the creator is, you see? But people say they can't see God, so to speak. But you can't see oxygen. But you're breathing. Hold on. Okay. So, we on the same page, right? Do you understand me? So, think about it like this, right? Mother Nature is God, so to speak. Because one, why do you think we call Mother Nature Mother Nature? Because Mother Nature is woman, female, lady. No, whatever term fits the best for you, right? Mother Nature creates life, just like the woman on the planet creates life. Think about it. Mother Nature is God. This is for the people who don't get it. I'm gonna break this down to you so simply. Mother Nature is God. And people, how Mother Nature is God? When you sick, you go back to Mother Nature to heal yourself. When you want to have fun, you walk in the beach, go to the beach, play in the water. What is that? Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? People are just so dumb nowadays. Like, they just so vibrating so low. And I know because I used to vibrate that low. So it's like now I'm just looking at it from a whole different perspective. Like, what the hell? So, it's like Mother Nature, no matter what happens, you know, they poison Mother Nature every day. Or better yet, you should say we. Because everybody is guilty of it in some type of way, like, you know, like, and that's just like what it is. Don't mean beat yourself up about it. It means just change, like, just change what we doing. Why the fuck is we using fossil fuels and all this dumb beast shit when you can use water for fuel? You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. Like, you can use hemp for fuel. I don't get it. Seriously, I don't get it, you know, but just breaking this down, no matter what happens to Mother Nature, she will always grow and reproduce and continue life. That is your God. Boom. I'm just breaking it down for these simple-minded people. Like, for the people, I don't believe in this and all this, like, no matter what happens to Mother Nature, you cut down Mother Nature to build your fucking condos. You cut down Mother Nature to build your fucking parking lots and your cars and your schools and all this other bullshit, right? But guess what? Nature continue to grow right over that shit. You see what I'm saying? So you have to use that same mentality because we are products of nature. We are basically humanoid versions of nature, if you want to get to a simplistic term, right? And you have to use those traumatic events and keep growing and keep growing. Some people didn't keep growing. Some people got stagnant. Some people got still. Some people went the other way, you know. Some people confused, don't know which way to go. Some people keep prevailing. That's why I go as hard as I do. Because I use past traumatic events, shit that people said to me, I use it as fuel. You know what I'm saying? You know, and not even saying that like I'm holding a grudge, because it's not even about holding a grudge. It's not about that. It's just you using that as fuel, and that's the type of energy you're gonna need in order to survive. You know, just in general. I'm just breaking this down to you. Just education 101 or education 103, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, wake the damn up. More videos coming soon.